Today we're going to be working on Bellwork December 14th and December 15th. I'm just putting it together in one video like I have been doing. So this week we're looking at chronological order, and we know that chronological order uses clue words and keywords such as first, second, finally, and so it uses words that help us to kind of look to see that they're listing things by steps and start at the beginning. So let's look at our first one. We're looking at chronological order, and it says, when we look at the questions, which of the following words is not? So I always, even though it's underlined, I always like to circle it. A clue word showing time order. Okay, so I'm going to look for one. Which one is not showing time order? Okay, and again, I kind of talked about the key words that show time order is first, second, finally, next, then. So those are the key words that we're looking for that kind of show order. All right, question 2. What happens before the words of the movie are put into writing? Okay, so what happens before? Okay, so the words of the movie are put into writing, then this happens in front of that. So I want to find this step in my text. Then I want to go above that to find which one of these happens before this. Okay? All right. Then number 3, what happens right before the film is released to the public? What happens right before? So here's that word again, before the film is released. So here's a step. I need to know which one of these happens before it or in front of it. Is another way to look at it. Then our last one is using an organizer, and it says which of the following would best complete the model below. So I want to look at best complete the model below. So it says casting, which we know is going to be one of our steps, and then our last step is screening, and so we're going to need to figure out what goes in the middle. So look at these 3 choices, okay? All right, so which of the following words is not a clue word showing time order? What happens before the words of the movie are put into writing? What happens right before the film is released to the public? And which of the following is best complete the model below? Now, I do the first 2 with you. I read the passage with you, do the first 2, and then you will do 3 and 4 on your own. All right, you ready? All right, when you go to the movie theater to enjoy a movie with your family, have you ever wondered how movies are made? Making a movie is a very long and tedious process. Many producers work years on the making of a single movie. The first stage in the process is called development. Okay, so I'm going to look at first stage, development. So that's the very first thing. In this stage, producers must have a starting point, a storyline, or an idea. So development has to have these components for what the movie is about. Next, okay, that's a time order word, is screenwriting. Okay, so there's that. So we're going to maybe even label them. So that's step 1. Step 2. This means that the actual words of the movie are written down for actors to memorize. Okay, so actual words of the movie written down for actors to memorize. Following this process, okay, so that's another one. So this would be probably the third one. This process, directors must choose the actors and actresses in a process called casting. Okay, so choosing the actors and actresses. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that one. All right. Directors must also hire a stage crew to work around the actors and actresses while they shoot the film. So I think that that's still probably part of this right here. So they're choosing the actors and actresses, and then they're also hiring a stage crew to work around and do the filming. Okay. I wonder if I don't see any time words, so I'm going to keep going. After shooting the film, well, so casting. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back up here to this. After shooting the film, there are important edits. All right, so I'm going to say that this is 4. I mean, the hiring the stage crew could be 5, but I'm going to wait and see. All right, 4. After shooting the film, so that's, I am going to say that that's 5, and I'm going to say stage crew is 4. because you have to have them to shoot the film. There are important edits that must be made to the film. So 5 is edits. Oftentimes, before the movie is released to theaters, there is something called a screening. Oftentimes, okay, I'm going to put that as 6. Screening in which the directors, producers, actors, and crew enjoy the film before it is released to the public. So that must be 6. Okay. Next time you enjoy a movie, remember how much work was put into it. So look at all these steps. That is a lot of work. All right. Okay. So I see the first stage, next, following, after shooting, oftentimes. So those are my time order words. So which one of these was not one of the ones I just mentioned? Which of the following words is not a clue word? Okay, well, I saw the word next. Following. I did see that, because where did I underline? Where did I see that? Where did I thought I underlined. Okay, I'm going to come back to this. The possibility, because I remember I saw it, but maybe I'll have to look and see. All right, and tedious. Well, that was mentioned up here, but that's talking about the process. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate that one. Oh, no. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm going to eliminate this one, and I'm going to choose this one. Sorry about that, guys. So tedious is not a time order word. All right. What happens before the words of the movie are put into the writing? So I'm going to go back up here. So that means the actual words. Okay. So what happens before? Let's see. A screening. Stage crews are hired. I'm glad I went back into the stage crew. Actresses and actors and actresses. Oh, that one's on your own. What happened here? Oh, I didn't do this one. Okay. What happens before the words of the movie are put into writing? So we have screenwriting, we have casting, we have development. Well, we said screenwriting is where the words are written down. So that's 2. So I'm going to go back and look and see that development is what. Oh, okay, so one screenwriting, because that's the stage we're talking about. Casting comes after that, and so C is going to be my answer. All right, you're going to do 3 and 4 on your own using that same kind of strategy, looking for time ordered words. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the next one for the next day. So this is on December 15th. We're looking at chronological order. Look at my sentences, my questions. Which of the following events below from J.K. Rowling's life came first? Okay, so I'm going to look at which one came first. Which event happened after J.K. Rowling was named the second richest? Okay, I want to use, after named second richest woman. Okay, so what came after? Okay, first. What came first? What came after this event? Which event did J.K. Rowling experience before publishing her first event? Okay, so before publishing, which event? And then, what can be inferred from the text? All right, so which of the events below from J.K. Rowling's life came first? So that's going to be up here towards the top. Which event happened after J.K. Rowling was named the second richest woman by Forbes magazine? Second rich. Okay, so I need to make sure I pay attention to where it talks about that. Which event did J.K. Rowling experience before publishing? So I need to make sure about when it mentions in the text about publishing, and then what can be inferred. Okay. Almost everyone has heard of Harry Potter. Well, sure. Have you heard of J.K. Rowling? J.K. Rowling is the author of one of the most famous book series of all time, Harry Potter. The first book in the series was published in 1997, but many events in her life led up to the publishing of the first book. All right, so many events. So now let's get ready to focus on our questions. Long before Rowling even dreamed up the idea for Harry Potter, she was influenced by great teachers. Okay, long before. So she was influenced by great teachers. So these are things that happened before she even started writing. These teachers later became the inspiration for characters in her series. That's cool. Okay, they became the inspiration for characters. Still talking about teachers. All right, Rowling came up with the idea for Harry Potter in 1990. She worked on the first book in the series for 4 years before submitting her work to publishers for 4 years. It took her 4 years for the first book. Believe it or not, her book was rejected. Oh my goodness, can you even? By 12 different publishing companies before becoming a success in 1997. You know, those publishing companies regret that. Since then, she has written wildly successful book series. She completed the series with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows in 2007. Wow. It was the year after. It was the so she completed in 2000. This was the year after she was named the second most richest woman in the world. All right. Which of the events below from J.K. Rowling's life came first in the time order? So which one came first? Okay. Writing Harry Potter. Nope. There are some things that happened, so I'm going to eliminate that. She was influenced by great teachers. So if I go back and I see, all right, long before. Okay, so there's my word before. She was, as a possibility. Her book was rejected by 12 companies. That came afterwards. So B is my correct answer. All right, so now we're moving to the next one. Which event happened after J.K. Rowling was named the second richest woman by Forbes magazine? Okay, which one came after? All right, so she spent 4 years writing her book. Let's see. Okay, now that's before it. She completed the series of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. None of the above. Well, this is the last thing. Okay, this was the year after. So since then, she has written a wildly successful book series. She completed the series with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows in 2007. This was the year after she was named the second largest woman. All right, let's see. So that's not what we're talking about because that was mentioned up here. That's a possibility. Okay, that she was named this after she finished the series. None of the above. So when I'm looking to see, I am going to eliminate C. And I'm going to... So she was named second richest woman of the world, and then she finished her series the next year. All right, so we are looking at 3 and 4 for you to complete on your own. Remember, use your time order clue words to help you.